All right, so we're down to just towards the end of the semester. All I'm going to do is demonstrate extra credit projects. I talked about all the ones that are required. So today I want to show you 55 and 56. I added a bunch more down here of these story problems. I really like these things, and I think you will too when you do them. This, I think, is the great way to learn programming. So let's take a look at 55. All right, so we're going to need to launch some modules on a rocket, and fuel is required. It's based on its mass. So to find the fuel, take its mass, divide by 3, round down, and subtract 2. So if the mass is 12, you divide by 3, that gives you 4. Then subtract 2, you get 2. For 14, you divide by 3 and round down, that's still 4, so you have 2. For 1969, you divide by 3 and round down, that would give you 600 would be 1800, 656, I think, 656, and there minus 2 is 654. Okay, and so on to this number, divided by 3, rounded down, and so on. So that's pretty easy. Now, as you probably remember, if I print 5 over 3, and this thing, I get a floating point number, but if I just use 2 slashes, then I get the integer arithmetic rounding down. So that's 1. 5 over 3 rounds down to 1, and 6 over 3 is 2. 7 over 3 is still 2 because it rounds down. So that's the main function I want right there. So now I'm going to say mass. Okay, so if mass, so if I mass equals, say, 14, and then fuel equals mass over 3 minus 2. And you could remember the division happens before subtraction, but I highly recommend using parentheses to make it clear. So first divide by 3, rounding down, then subtract 2, and then print mass fuel. And I like to put that in parentheses, in quotes, and put a colon, and then mass, comma, mass fuel. That should do it. So let's see. Right, so 14 gives me 2. All right, so those are the choices. So we need to know the total fuel requirement, so you're going to add them all together. Here's the data. So let's look at what this data looks like. It's a whole long list of masses. Okay, not too long, but pretty long. So there's a lot of ways to do it. The way I like to do this is with wget. So up here, I'll put bang wget and get this URL. And if I put that here, you can see here the files in your local virtual machine. And there's nothing there, it's some sample data. But if I run this and it runs the wget, that should fetch it from my server. And it looks like it did. This thing went up to 100%. So now if I look, now I have the data there. Okay, now I can read the data. And I think it's open and get lines. Let me just go back here and find my example. To read a file was here. One way to do it. There. With open, I could do it this way, but there's also a way to read all the lines at once, and I do it a lot, but let's just use AI. Python read the lines of a file. I think it's just read lines in a file, but I forget exactly how to open it. A file. There, this will tell me how to do it. Okay, so it's try with open. Oh, they got a try even, which is cool. So it'll notice if the file is not found. Now, I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to do with open for line in file. That's interesting. That iterates over it. Using read lines, that's what I want. Suitable for smaller files. There we go. Lines equals file read lines. There we are. That's all I want. That stuff right there. So let's put that here. There. So I'm going to open VP55. All right, and get rid of the extra quote. Read as file, lines equal file read lines, and then print lines. Let's see how that looks. Okay, good. It found the data. There it is. Here's what it looks like. Numbers with carriage returns at the end. Now, here's two things to notice. What I'm getting in is a string, and it has a carriage return at the end. Both of those are bad, so I want to process this more. So also, I don't want to keep downloading this file. I've already downloaded it once, so I'm going to comment that out so it quits downloading. Now, I'm going to make clean lines. So what I do is set clean lines equals, well, I could do it that way. This is how the AI would like me to do it, but I find that a little confusing. I prefer to do it this way more explicitly. Clean lines is going to be an empty list, and then for lines, in lines, there, now this is doing what I want. Then clean lines append line.strip, and also I want it to turn it into an integer. So I'm going to do integer of line.strip. There. And now, then I might as well put that back in lines and print lines. So the last time I printed lines, I had these strings with carriage returns in them. Now I should have numbers without the carriage returns, and there we are. Now I have integers. So now I could just loop through them and do this calculation and add them up, and it would be pretty easy. So I think you can see how it's going to go. And that's the start of that one. And so after you've done that, then the next one is you also have to include the fuel for the fuel, so there's going to be more calculation required. Anyway, so that's a couple of flags to find on that one. As usual, I'm going to stop this recording.